Roman Reigns has successfully defended his Universal Championship 28 times since capturing the title back at Payback 2020. And today, we're going to rank every single one of those championship defenses. We're going to place them at either S tier, D tier, or anywhere in between. But before we do that, I want to make sure that you like this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment down below telling me your favorite Roman Reigns title defense so far. Let's get into this thing. So we're going to go through every single match in chronological order, starting all the way back at Clash of Champions, where Roman Reigns took on Jey Uso. This is the very start of his title defense, and honestly, this kicked things off in a big, big way. I'm not going to say it was S tier, it's not even A tier, but this was a good match. It established the character of Roman Reigns as he tried to make Jey Uso fall in line. Of course, then, he had to take on the big bad Braun Strowman afterwards on Friday Night Smackdown. I honestly can't remember this match for the life of me. And honestly, I'm not a big Braun Strowman guy either, so we're going to put that down in the D tier. And I don't think it has anywhere, it doesn't belong anywhere else, I don't think. Here we go, we got Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso at Hell in a Cell. Without a shadow of a doubt, this one is S tier. This match was incredible. I still think this is the best match from the whole pandemic era. Roman Reigns, the way he was speaking trash to Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso coming out, and then Roman making both of them fall in line to acknowledge him. It was just absolutely incredible stuff. So S tier, no doubt about it. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns at TLC. What's mind-boggling is how long Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens have been feuding, it feels like. This is a long time ago that they had their match, and if you look through all these photos at the bottom, they have actually wrestled each other a bunch of times. They have great chemistry in the ring. However, I don't think this match was anything to write home about. It was a tables, ladders, and chairs match. I don't remember anything too crazy about it. So I'm going to put this one in the C tier just because I feel like probably the lack of a live crowd hurt it quite a bit. The Smackdown match, again, I don't remember much about this run early on. It was all about getting Roman Reigns over. Kevin Owens did his job. And so I'm going to put this in the C tier next to the TLC match. But one match that I do really remember about their early feud was Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble in a last man standing match. This one was really, really solid. In fact, I'm going to say it was one of the better early matches of Roman Reigns' Universal title run. This one was very good, had a memorable spot. If I remember correctly, there was some handcuffs involved, and that's how the finish happened. Great match. Go back and watch it. Highly recommend it. Then we get into the Daniel Bryan feud, the Elimination Chamber match to begin with. B. Very solid B. Bryan and Roman showed that they have chemistry in the ring, but you could tell that there was still more to come with it, right? And we started getting more of that when we got the Fastlane match between Roman, Daniel Bryan, with Edge as the special guest referee. Now, I am going to say this is still in the B tier. It could have crossed over into B plus, A minus territory, but I'm going to put this in the B tier for now. I still feel like they were holding some stuff back. Because then we got the epic WrestleMania match, the three-way dance between Roman Reigns, Edge, and Daniel Bryan. I don't think anybody is going to hate me for putting this in the S tier because this was memorable. Roman Reigns stacking both Daniel Bryan and Edge in the main event of WrestleMania to win the match. Gosh, man, you can't get much better than that. So S tier, absolutely. And then the one-on-one match between Roman and Daniel on Friday Night Smackdown. This had a lot of stakes. If I believe I'm remembering correctly, Daniel Bryan's career was on the line during this match, and it made it special. It was so sad to see Bryan lose and to see that be the end of his WWE career before going to AEW, at least for now. And I'm going to put that in the A tier. I think they really delivered on that match. Don't think anybody's going to disagree with me on this one. Now we went into Cesaro versus Roman Reigns. And very interesting that Cesaro got the feud after Daniel Bryan left WWE. And now Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli are, I'm not even sure if I said that name right, Claudio Castagnoli are going to be tagging together in AEW in the Blackpool Combat Club, which is wild that Roman ended up facing Cesaro right after that. However, I don't think this match was really anything too amazing. I remember them facing off against each other. It was a nice match for Cesaro. B. Very solid B. Roman versus Rey Mysterio on Friday Night SmackDown. Holy, this was a hell of a SmackDown match. Legitimately A tier. I have enjoyed Roman Reigns' matches so far on Friday Night SmackDown, minus his Kevin Owens match. I guess Braun Strowman as well, but we don't talk about Big Bad Braun, okay? Then we had Roman versus Edge at Money in the Bank. Everybody agree? Everybody agree? I think I'm going to put this into S tier because this was fantastic, but if we're being honest, it's probably like an S minus A plus. It's just a step below these two matches in my opinion, but that doesn't take away from how good the in-ring action was, how special this felt between Edge and Roman Reigns. Same goes for John Cena versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. An incredible matchup, but again, you feel like you could put it in between. I'm going to put it up here at S tier because it's memorable. It's two icons facing each other. So yeah, it's something worth putting in the S tier, but again, probably could be in between the two. Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns on Friday Night SmackDown. Don't remember much about this one. It was setting up another match. I was happy that Finn Balor got a run against Roman Reigns, but this one is kind of forgettable because what is more memorable? Sure, we'll go with that. Is Roman versus the Demon Finn Balor at Extreme Rules. I'm going to put this in A tier. It's not S tier. The finish was a little wonky. I mean, we saw the freaking demon's heartbeat or whatever it was before rising up and jumping off the top rope, or whether that was on a Friday Night SmackDown episode or not, I'm not too exactly sure. But all I remember is the rope being cut, Demon Finn Balor falling hard, and that's the match. So there you go. A tier for me. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. Tough one. Not the best Roman Brock match I've ever seen. B or C tier. You know what? Probably gonna put this in B tier. I think that's valid. I don't think this belongs on the same level as some of these matches down here. It certainly doesn't belong in D tier, so we're gonna go with that one. Roman versus Sammy on SmackDown. D. Okay. D, it was all about Roman Reigns in terms of match quality. We have seen much better between these two, which we'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, D for those two. But it was the start of Sami Zayn trying to interact with Roman Reigns, if I remember correctly. Or at least pretty close to it. Then we had Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at the Royal Rumble. I'm going to put this in A tier. This was a disqualification finish. I still feel like they have more to offer between each other. Like you could just feel they were holding a little bit back in that match. And as a result, I'm just going to put this one right there at the A tier. Roman versus Goldberg. Any Goldberg match goes immediately to D tier for me. All right, Big Daddy Bill, get the hell out of here. I do not want to give you anything above a D. All right, Bill. Then we have Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar in the winner-take-all biggest WrestleMania match of all time, according to Vince McMahon. How do we not give this an A tier, right? How do we not put this in A tier? I think this is one of those matches that had almost everything, and it would be S tier if it weren't for one other match that they had. But we'll get to that. We have Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns coming up at SummerSlam. But before then, we have Riddle versus Roman on SmackDown. I remember this being solid. You know, I think there was the distraction on the Titantron that cost him the match. Just whatever it was, this match was solid enough. Not much more else to say other than that. But then talking about that match that one-upped the WrestleMania match, Roman versus Brock at SummerSlam with a freaking tractor. Are you kidding me? S tier. S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier. The finish involving Theory with the attempted Money in the Bank cash-in. For me, This kickstarted the elite era of WWE. And no, I'm not talking about be elite, the elite. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this being a legitimately elite era of WWE. After SummerSlam, look at some of these matches we got with Roman Reigns. Kicking it off with Clash of the Castle. Roman versus Drew McIntyre. How is that not an S tier? That crowd was fantastic. Everybody was on their feet. I was emotionally invested, and everybody thought Drew McIntyre was going to win, but he didn't. Then we got Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. This is one of those matches that you feel you could probably put in between again. But with how hot the crowd was, with how exciting it is to see Logan Paul actually wrestle and wrestle at a high level, the story they told, the near falls, you didn't truly believe Logan was going to beat Roman Reigns, which is why I say it could be in between the two. And for that reason, because we didn't truly think Logan Paul was beating Roman, but the match and the story that they told was excellent, I'm going to put this in A tier. But it could very well be right up there in the S tier. Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. The match itself was good. But this gets S tier because of what happened after the match. Sami Zayn turning on Roman. Getting even with him after everything Roman put him through. This was the start of one of the best storylines WWE has ever told in their history of the entire company. Kevin Owens gets an S tier, as does Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns. In fact, I'm going out on a limb. I've said for a long time that some of my favorite wrestling matches have been DIY versus Revival 2 out of 3 falls at NXT TakeOver Toronto, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25, and John Cena versus CM Punk at Money in the Bank 2011. I am putting this match up there with all of those ones for myself. I was there live. I got to experience Sami Zayn in Montreal live, and the crowd was so hot for him. Oh my God, it was amazing. I loved every second of it. We even made a vlog if you want to go check it out. But man, oh man, that match, Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns, S tier, S tier, S tier. One of the greatest matches I have ever seen live. In fact, you know what? I will say it is tied for the greatest match I've ever seen live. Right up there with DIY versus Revival 2 out of 3 falls. So that is S tier for me. And I'm biased. I am. People say I look like Sami Zayn, but I'm biased. The match was amazing. And also, talking about heartbreak, though, where Sami Zayn broke my heart in Montreal for not winning the damn thing, my heart broke even more when Cody Rhodes lost to Roman Reigns. Because as much as I thought Sami Zayn had a chance, same with Kevin Owens having a chance, I didn't truly 100% believe he was going to win. I 100% believed Cody Rhodes was going to win, and he didn't. He really didn't. And I still think he should have, but that's besides the point, okay? That is going to get an S tier as well. But I really hope you did enjoy this list video. Let me know what you rank every single one of Roman Reigns' title defenses down in the comments below. And also, while you're at it, make sure you leave a like on this video. Make sure you're subscribed. And you guys could also come on over to Twitch to watch some live streams if you want to check that out. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys in another tier list video.